and the new CDC survey is suggesting remote schooling strains parents and the children. I don't think there's any surprise. We all know that. Joining me now is former HHS Secretary, Dr. Tom Price. Doctor, great to have you aboard.
Thanks, Ashley. Good to be with you.
Thank you. We are at a crucial point in returning children to school full time.
Yes.
Do the benefits, and I would say yes, but do the benefits outweigh the risks?
Oh, there's no doubt about it. And finally, we're getting the CDC and others to catch up to where we've been in many areas across the country, especially in private or parochial schools where they've been in class, oftentimes with no physical distancing, but wearing masks, making certain that they're careful along that line. But the transmission rate among students, especially in elementary school, is significantly low. And so there really isn't a significant increase for those individuals. The risk, as you mentioned, is between staff, among staff. So the staff needs to continue their wearing of masks and obviously their physical distancing. But this is a good recommendation. This is a step in the right direction, and hopefully we'll be able to get all students across the country back to school, regardless of where they attend.
But, Doctor, it's hard to do when teachers' unions are still holding out, saying they don't feel comfortable. What would you say to the teachers who still say, I believe I'm at risk, or at least I'm at risk and the children are too?
Well, I think it's important, as they always say, to follow the science. And the science, again, with all of this data, with all of this information, now clearly recommends that there is no reason why you can't have full classrooms, especially in elementary school and in middle and high school when there's not a significant incidence of transmission of the disease within the community. Full classrooms and full ability to be able to teach students. This is incredibly important because the consequences of not being in school, in the classroom, are severe for kids. We're seeing an increase in depression, an increase in mental health challenges, an increase in suicides in high school students, an increase in just mental health or behavioral health challenges throughout age groups in kids. So getting back in class, getting back in the school is incredibly important for all students of any age.
Yeah, the sooner the better. And I also wanted, if I could, just get your comment on this. Nearly a dozen countries are resuming AstraZeneca vaccine shots today after EU regulators say, look, it's safe. And guess what? First in line, UK Prime Minister Boris Johnson, who, as we know, survived a serious bout of COVID last year.
Yes. And
he is expected to receive his first dose of AstraZeneca. But, you know, Dr. Price, could this hold up AstraZeneca approval here? And are we on track? And are we on track anyway without it?
Well, we are on track without it, as you've noted, by increasing the number of vaccines being able to be administered in this country. But this is good news about AstraZeneca. I would tell folks that the challenge that they've had is not necessarily unexpected. There was an incidence of blood clots in blood disorders in some individuals that received the AstraZeneca injection. Some nations stopped or delayed the continued administration of the AstraZeneca vaccine. Some did not. The EU yesterday or the day before came out and said that it was all right to proceed, noting that the incidence of the blood clots, the blood disorder that occurred with the AstraZeneca, with the temporal relationship to the vaccine administration, was actually lower than in the general population that had not received the vaccine. So I think it's important for folks to understand that these are safe, these are effective, and it's important to proceed. And I'm pleased to see Prime Minister Johnson going ahead and getting his AstraZeneca vaccine so that he can demonstrate to the entire nation and to the world that it's safe to proceed.
It's safe. Very good. We'll have to leave it there. Dr. Tom Price, thank you so much, Doctor, for spending some time with us today. We do appreciate it. Thank you.